Sedans are coming back, and I say that with a lot of confidence because this is the new generation Hyundai Verna that's just gone on sale. And believe it or not, this is the third all-new product to get launched in the premium sedan category in just a year's time after the Skoda Slavia and the Volkswagen Virtus. And Hyundai is really confident about this car doing very well in the Indian market thanks to its innovative design, the features, and in what is a first for a Hyundai sedan in India, the performance as well. And that's because one of the engine options for this car is a 1.5-litre turbocharged petrol engine that puts out 160 PS. And that makes the new Verna the most powerful car in its segment. This generation of the Verna debuts an all-new design language for Hyundai in India, and you really don't need me to tell you that it's these LEDs at the front that are the most striking design element on this car. But that's just the tip of the iceberg because there's a lot of other very interesting design cues all around. Hyundai has designed the new Verna from scratch, and there's no resemblance to the outgoing version. The new one is in fact a radical departure from its predecessor, and the front end might be polarizing for many, but admittedly, the sedan does look good in the flesh. The headlamp units sit below the LED DRLs as separate units and are so sleek, some might not even identify them as the headlamps. The grille looks classy with the dark chrome treatment and is flanked by intakes on either sides for a sporty appearance. The 16-inch alloys look sporty too and add to the car's appeal. And on the 1.5 turbo version, the wheels are finished in gloss black, while the front brake calipers are painted red. The new Verna has a fastback-like silhouette and also gets sharp cuts and creases on the sides like the new Tucson. The Verna has also grown in size now and is nearly 100mm longer, while the wheelbase is up by 70mm, which adds to its road presence. The rear end is my favorite though, thanks to the intricate design of the tail lamps, the lip spoiler and the LED bar connecting the tail lamps. These make for a very striking appearance, as confirmed by the number of heads the car turned on the road, and overall, the new Verna looks very attractive and more upmarket than ever before. This being a generation change, the design language inside the car is also new, but more importantly, the interiors look and feel very premium. And the new Verna is also bigger than the outgoing version, which means it is more spacious as well. The visual appeal and quality of materials help the Verna feel very premium, as if it belongs to a higher segment. This feeling is augmented by the air conditioning vents and twin screen setup. There's brushed silver accents on the dashboard, besides cleverly designed ambient lighting, which also extends onto the doors. The two 10.25-inch screens look crisp and bright, but more importantly, the infotainment screen and the controls below it are angled towards the driver, making for a sense of sportiness. The turbo petrol also gets black interiors with red accents, making for a more exclusive feel. The instrument cluster design is a slight letdown though, as this is the same display unit as the Venue, and I would have liked the Alcazar's display, which looks more upmarket. Another nice touch is the multi-function touch panel below the AC vents that lets you switch between controls for music and the climate control system. Moving on, the Verna being criticized for its lack of space is a thing of the past now, as the increased length and wheelbase translate to excellent legroom and kneeroom at the rear, bringing it on par with its rivals, and this should certainly help the car appeal to chauffeur-driven buyers even more. Hyundai has always packed its cars with features, and the story with this new Verna is no different. In fact, this car packs in quite a few segment-first features like heated and cooled front seats, electric adjust for the driver's seat, a Bose audio system, and driving modes as well. In what is a first, the Verna also sports a start-stop system now, courtesy the integrated starter generator. You also get a wireless charging pad, but smartphone connectivity is only wired. Also, while the new Verna does have a Type-C USB port, this one only charges your phone and does not support smartphone connectivity, which means you still need to use a Type-A USB cable for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Hyundai's BlueLink system offers the latest in connected tech and allows you to access a host of functions remotely via the dedicated smartphone app. The new Verna is also high on safety and gets 6 airbags, traction control, tire pressure monitoring, hill start assist, seatbelt reminders for all seats, and front and rear parking sensors as well. This is besides an electronic parking brake and disc brakes all around, which are both features exclusive to the top 1.5 turbo DCT version. One of the biggest additions on the features front has to be the inclusion of ADAS or Advanced Driver Assist Systems. Now, what's interesting here is that the Verna may not be the first car in its segment to get the functionality, but this is certainly a major step forward for this sedan, considering how popular it has been in the country. Hyundai claims the ADAS functions have been calibrated for Indian roads. What's also worth noting is that the Verna system uses the front camera along with radars at the front and rear both. So you have a host of functions on board like forward collision, lane keep assist, lane following assist, lane departure warning, safe exit warning, blind spot collision avoidance, adaptive cruise control and more. And these together make the Verna's ADAS suite one of the most comprehensive ones at its price. Like I mentioned at the start, the 1.5 litre turbo petrol is the highlight on the powertrain front. And Hyundai tells us that with the 160 horses that this engine packs in, this car is capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 8.1 seconds. And with that said, this might also just be the quickest accelerating car in its segment. The turbo petrol also feels very smooth and refined and is on offer with a 6-speed manual or 7-speed DCT. I only got to drive the automatic version, which uses the same second generation DCT that made its debut in the Venue last year and feels quicker to change gears, especially via the paddle shifters. Upshifts come with a bit of a jerk, which adds a dash of sportiness to the gear changes in my opinion, though some may want the gear changes to be smoother. The engine also has a bit of a turbo lag at low revs, but get past that and the engine is really quick to help you accelerate hard. In fact, torque delivery is seamless beyond 2000 RPM and the Verna feels very quick and engaging and could be the new king of the performance hill in its segment. Another feather in the hat for the 1.5 turbo petrol engine is that as per the ARAI certified numbers, it is more fuel efficient than the naturally aspirated 1.5 petrol, claiming a very impressive 20.6 km per litre for the DCT version. Hyundai has axed the diesel engine this time though, and which means that besides the 1.5 litre turbo petrol, you can only have the new Verna with the same tried and tested 1.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine that offers 115 PS and 143 Newton meters. The 1.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine also feels very refined. I drove the automatic version that uses a CVT, which is very impressive and makes for great convenience in city. You also get a set of paddle shifters and performance is brisk with enough grunt at all times, be it when driving in city traffic or during spirited highway driving. You also get 3 driving modes, Eco, Normal and Sport. And while Eco feels dull, Normal is what works best on most occasions. We've seen the Hyundai Verna get better with each generation change on the dynamics front, and this new Verna, which is the 6th generation version of the sedan, certainly continues that trend with its kind of likable handling and of course the excellent ride quality. The suspension does not bottom out on expansion joints now, and the car does not lose composure, which makes a sea of difference to confidence levels from behind the wheel. The ride quality is also very impressive thanks to the revised suspension, and the new Verna certainly scores higher as a family sedan thanks to its comfort levels. The suspension also offers a lot of confidence when driving enthusiastically, something I got to experience on the new Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, which has a speed limit of 120 km per hour. The Verna feels confident and planted at triple-digit speeds, and this stability, coupled with its spaciousness, comfortable seating, and long list of features, should help in making the new Verna an excellent car for long drives and road trips. What is a bit of a letdown though is the steering, which still feels a little dull as it lacks the kind of feel and feedback you would expect from a good driver's car. As someone who loves sedans, I'm really excited to see the new Verna, and as an enthusiast, I could wax eloquent about the 160 PS turbo petrol, but then that's just one of the many things to like about this car. Now, prices for the new generation Verna start from 10.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom and go up to 17.38 lakh ex-showroom. And at these prices, this car actually undercuts quite a few of its rivals, and that includes the fully loaded 1.5 TSI powered versions of the Skoda Slavia and the Volkswagen Virtus both. So whether you're a regular buyer or an enthusiast, this new Verna certainly commands your attention.